Hey, and welcome to this week's episode of Maximum Mondays. Today we're talking about Fang, the book, the sixth book in the series, and incidentally the one I'm very close to finishing as of right now. Fang, a Mastermind novel, is the sixth book in the Mastermind series written by James Patterson. It was released on February 5th, 2010 in Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom, and was released in the US on March 15th. Its tagline is, "He has always been there for her, now he may be gone forever," which I knew right from the beginning that Fang was going to die and come back to life, like he did. Okay, I don't know many people. I don't know what the original consensus was, but as soon as I heard that tagline, I'm like, he's dying and coming back to life. But I didn't expect the end. So, plot. The novel begins with the flock traveling to Africa. They are there to help the residents of Chad as part of the CSM project, but are attacked by local rebel Africans who are opposed to receiving help from outsiders for carrying out volunteer work such as distributing food and water. On the second night, Angel reveals that Fang will be the first one to die, causing a stir in the flock, before a man mysteriously interrupts the commotion. Dr. Hans Gutherhagen, a former ITEX worker, invites Max and Angel to breakfast and introduces them to the new experiment, Dylan. Screw Dylan. At breakfast, it is revealed that Dr. Hans plans on forcing the human race to... It was revealed that he plans to force the human race to evolve by using the flock as evolutionary templates. He tries to enlist Max's help by showing her the advancements he has currently made, the most extreme being cutting off his finger and putting it back on and healing himself like he never cut himself. She, however, refuses to help because she's smart and quickly returns to the flock where she instructs him to leave. Back in America, in a house on the cliff of the canyon, pretty much where they had their first one, the members of the flock are safe. Total is back with them after staying with Max's mother, and Max and Angel still haven't spoken. Max, after deliberation, blackmails the flock into a self-taught homeschool because they need to learn things in order to understand the enemy, she thinks. This leads to a trip to an unnamed museum where I think it's implied there in Denver, where Iggy, for the first time, expresses that he wishes he wasn't blind. Returning home, the flock fight, and Max suddenly decides that tomorrow will be her birthday. She asks if anyone else wants to turn a year older, and so a party is planned for all of them the following day. While exchanging gifts, Jeb arrives with Dylan in a black four-wheel drive Jeep. It is revealed that Dylan is unable to fly, and so Max teaches him by pushing off the roof. Which, you know what, they should have killed him, but he actually learned how to fly. Darn it. After recovering, Angel leaves... Wait, wrong paragraph. When Max is arriving at the house, the rest of the flock are still mad at Max. Angry at Jeb, Max flies away, and Fangs goes after her. During this time, the others are attacked by erasers, who were supposedly all dead by Book 3, Save the World in Other Extreme Sports, and it is also revealed that Dylan has been trained to fight, and can heal his wounds with his own spit. When Max and Fang return, the flock vote her out as leader, and Fang's love for each other is what put them, they think that their love for each other put them in danger because they weren't there to help fight the erasers, and they both leave for Las Vegas. Meanwhile, the water supply to the house is tainted with a genetic accelerator that induces mutations. Angel replaces Max's flock leader and then takes the group to a celebrity party in Hollywood. They are attacked when Max and Fang find them and are suffering from the side effects of the genetic accelerator. Jeb is shot while protecting the flock, and Max finally forgives them for abandoning them. After recovering, Angel leaves to join Dr. Hans as Max resumes leadership. Later, a vague letter from Fang warns Max not to follow him. Fang finds Angel and Dr. Hans but is shot with a tranq dart, and he passes out. When he comes to, he is badly beaten and restrained to a bed. Dr. Hans plans to experiment his genetic accelerator drug on Fang and injects him with it. However, the drug ends up causing Fang to flatline. Angel tells Max to come through her mind to rescue him, but when the flock arrives, they are too late. Max desperately tries to bring Fang around, but to no avail. She finally stabs a needle of adrenaline into his chest, because, we all know that was going to work, and after a few moments, Fang is brought back to life. Like I said, I already knew that was going to happen. Then, Dylan attempts to kill Dr. Hans with the needle he finds, but when Max tries to get him to not do it, he tries to kill himself with the needle, but he lives. That's in the main book, but the epilogue shows two dogs, Total and Keela, getting married. Fang leaves early, and when the flock arrives back home after reception, Max goes to look for Fang. She instead finds a letter addressed to her. Max reads the letter aloud to the rest of the flock. In the letter, Fang tells Max that he loves her more than anything, but it's because of their love that he is leaving the flock. He tells Max that everyone was right about them starting to only care about themselves, and it puts the others in danger. The rest of the flock still needs her to be a leader, and she can't do that with him around. He also tells her that he doesn't know where he's going and please not look for him. At the end of the letter, Fang makes a promise to Max. He says that in 20 years, if both of them are still alive and the world is still in relatively one piece, then he will meet her at the top of the cliff where they learn to fly like the hawks in the angel experiment. So, yeah. I'm not embarrassed to say when I read the end, I was crying a little bit because holy crap, Fang's a stupid idiot at the end. But you know what? Yeah, that's all I have to say. This is probably one of the only few times I've cried over a book. And now, take for granted this was a couple years ago, so I'm more grown up. But back then, oh boy, I couldn't eat for a week and a half for some reason because of the end of this book. And oh my goodness. Personally, I placed this book like right above the final warning at the moment because I don't know, it's good, but it's okay. But I rank it lower because of the ending. The ending just screws with you if you like it, and if you like how the series was going, the ending screws you over so much. And this is another reason why I think it should have ended with Max, the book Max, because you know what, it was perfect ending. But then they had to screw it up and do this. And I'm not saying that the next book, Angel, is totally bad, because it's good. It's better than this one. But they could have just ended it with Max. But anyway, enough of my random rambling. And oh, one thing, after the end of the epilogue, there's some random stuff that was on Fang's computer, but you can't really see it. But Max opens it, and it leads to a hint of what's going to happen during Angel, with Fang getting a shout out, like trying to recruit other mutants to help him out, do whatever he wants to do, and that leads into Angel. But we will talk about that next week, because next week's topic is Angel, the book, and yeah, hopefully by the time, well, actually, next week I will be done with Fang because, well, next week I'll be done reading Fang for the third time because I'm trying to. I don't know if I said this before. I'm trying to read one every month. So by next week, it'll be next month, and I'll be starting to read that book. So I'll have 2 weeks in a row. I'll be reading the book I'm talking about. So enough random rambling. I'm sorry, but yeah. So that'll be next week. Book, Angel, and fly on everybody, and I will see you then.